4:15.
And we are live. Zata Katsuke here with Ripley Gamer, and today we're streaming Forza Horizon 4.
You can just call me Ripley, it's fine.
Sorry, I just thought Ripley Gamer would flow a little better in the intro. And this stream,
The whole point is that doesn't flow as well. So when people say it, you remember it. Not really, I just made that up. You never know with me, because I'm a complete weirdo.
Oh my god, Ripley. Anyway.
Wow, we're only like a couple of seconds in and I've already ruined your stream.
To be honest, there is no ruining the stream. It's just gonna be a clusterfuck the entire time.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I'm just rallying a supercar. Anyways, viewer interaction is very much encouraged. If you have something that you'd like to see,
chat? Dang it!
Like if there's anything that you'd like to see, such as street races or normal races, or if you want to see me absolutely fail at drifting, well, all of those can be done. Just have to say it in the chat.
You have arrived at your destination.
Apparently Ripley's dead.
Nope, not quite. Okay. This jacket makes it incredibly hard to move. It's really cold out here.
Ripley, want me to send the, oh wait, you can see the link in the Party Dude server.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What the heck was I doing?
I've announced the stream.
Yeah. 2 minutes in, we finally announced the stream.
Well, I sent the at everyone to mention I'm live.
Arrived at your destination.
After all,
What the heck?
nobody on there seems to pay attention unless you send at everyone. Probably because half the time we only use that to... Oh.
Frosty the Snowman!
I just punted a mini. Anyways, today we're just going to be driving around and doing races and accepting any of your input. And
Alright, I have it set up. I have the stream window, and I have the chat if it will load. YouTube. Yeah.
me trying to avoid a car I can't hit caused me to mess up the speed zone.
YouTube's still loading. This is best. I'm probably gonna have to mute it on YouTube.
While
so
Ripley
I don't go down.
While Ripley tries to figure things out, and I continue messing up all of this, I'd like to mention I am driving with manual with clutch. So, if you see me,
I have no idea what that means.
of course you don't.
Collecting product and update availability information for your system. Why are you doing that, computer?
I overshot the road!
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Well, apparently, I'm currently in a flower field just destroying nature.
Close that. And my camera window.
I just thought of something YouTube would hate, but what if I threw a dick into flowers? There's a drone mode and a photo mode, so I could take a picture of it if I did. But YouTube would definitely hate that. And we are sliding.
And I'm the only one watching. Cool. Hang on.
Horizon Presets. Let's do a modern supercars race. Also, you'll notice all the Weebmobiles. That's because I was bored. Oh, we're not buying a new car. That's because I was
Buy
bored.
a new car. Welcome to the live chat. Thanks, random person. Who has the YouTube logo as too.
Alright, what? Oh shoot, I picked the wrong car.
Okay.
I just noticed I picked the completely wrong car. I did the Weeb cars as a joke, because, well, the Weebmobile was a thing back when I was playing earlier. So now I have to drive a Ford GT. This is going to be interesting, because I'm currently used to the Ascari KZ1, which is
Hi, new guy. Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, new guy. Or is that you, Cat?
No, that is probably Yeah, okay.
Cool.
They just left.
Welcome. Oh.
Let's just
Well,
quit
then,
the event because I cannot handle that. It just did not want to correct at all.
We just lost them. It's just me.
Let's swap to a car that doesn't have that on the side. In fact, watch this get demonetized.
I think people like me. What do you think, Cat?
Yeah, don't. Viewer interaction is good. Scaring off the viewer is bad. I'm also searching way too far to get a car at the start of the list.
It's a big shigadique. That is not a language. What the heck was that?
I'm not even sure what you were doing, Ripley.
I'm stretching, actually.
I just realized I should probably be recording this. There we go. Recording. Because if I record, I can actually edit this together later and have this channel not just be a stream archive. So watch this get demonetized because of the focus.
What focus?
Oh no, not
go away! Go away! I don't care about Dragon! I installed that as a test years ago!
What
it
are
still
you
has not
doing?
left my computer.
What are you doing?
That thing's popping up in the corner of my screen like crazy.
Having to rebalance us because you're so loud right now.
Sorry.
Nah, it's fine. Well, then nobody can hear you. The in-game music would be louder than you. Sorry if I get quiet during the races, since I'll be focusing a bunch.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. So I see a lot of trees, a lot of greenery.
Damn it, Ripley.
There's some tents. There's a wall there. Oh, wall's gone. Okay.
And that's how you take a corner. I just slipped straight through the entire pack.
Threaded the needle, if you will.
Nope.
Back
did
him.
not give them enough room.
Knock him off the road.
I mean, I could do that, but paying too much attention to my left side, didn't pay enough attention to the right. Perfect wall.
Wow, nice job, Max Caulfield.
I'm not even sure what you're going for there.
Life is strange. She has the ability to reverse time.
Oh. As you can tell, I have not played Life is Strange. I watched like a Let's Play once, a long time ago. Well, long time ago in internet
Luckily,
time
that
at
was
least.
not a spoiler, seeing as she has this ability from the very beginning of the game. So,
I mean,
well, I
it
guess
could
it
be a
kind of is.
spoiler if you don't even know the concept of the game, but...
ah. You're winning. You're losing.
Nah, I'm still winning. I've lost first
How
for
you
like
know?
a second there from someone on the inside, but that's about it. Such amateurish driving I'm showing right now.
You finished first place, and nobody in the race likes you because you kind of pulled me out in front of them.
I still don't know why I have a person named Caloric Muffin in my friends list.
Caloric Muffin?
Yeah, they're in last place. With the Lamborghini Huracan.
But yeah,
I just have them just
if-
because
if
their
you're
name
in
is
chat,
amusing.
you can type whatever you want, and cat.
Well, at least I'll attempt to.
Oh, okay.
I also need a new PFP on, on Xbox.
Mhm.
Really? Apparently
Oh shit! I
saying
forgot
that,
the Christmas music was still going. Apparently, we're listening to the Nutcracker.
and that's why I have the bot muted.
It's still going. I forgot. I put the entirety of the Nutcracker into this playlist
Why? It's not even Thanksgiving
because I
yet.
want this thing to last for a couple of hours at least.
So is that like just the
Stop.
longest thing on that playlist?
No, there are things that tie for it. There's like there are a couple of albums on there of old Christmas music with like Bing Crosby.
I was paying too much attention to my score and just flew through a wall. And this is why you
Wait,
don't
this is the
text and
delay
drive.
button. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, I completely missed the jump there. Aww. Car did not agree. Let's swap out to something off-road. Also, as you'll see, the Weebmobile joke went a little far, and I still haven't reverted most of my cars when my car list eventually loads. Yeah, no, let's not grab the ARC-7. I think most fitting would be the off-road E-chassis. Watch me have gotten that entirely wrong, and when this goes to, like, actually goes to YouTube, someone's gonna call me out on it. Because you know they will, the moment I publish this.
Alright, I think we're gonna have our first comment in a second. There it is. Somebody posted do a flip, and their name is Ridley.
Well, I mean, I didn't say you were disqualified, so there we go. I just did.
Oh, I am?
Xbox, record that.
Yay!
I'm just gonna post that to Twitter saying Ripley told me to do a flip. And there we go. I just did a barrel roll.
one. That's technically also a flip.
True.
You technically still flip your car.
Yeah, I didn't say you were disqualified. It's like
go upside down and then right side up again. It's a flip.
So. Did you decide to say do a flip because of Star Wars?
No, I said to do that because of Futurama.
Yeah. I'm just completely ignoring what you're actually supposed to do on this course.
You did a flip!
I did the most FU physics kind of flip, but...
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive this like it's an
Not in
actual
space.
track for a bit. One of the most fun things to do in open world racing games is just find the most ridiculous area in the game and just race around there. That used to be like in Burnout Paradise, it was always the figure 8 track and the airfield. The airfield was like where everyone would gather. That game was fun.
Holy cow, it's already been a quarter of an hour. I'm sure flies.
Can I get up? No, I can't.
Uh-oh. That's not
Can I
good.
I have completely beached the E-chassis.
Oof.
And this is why I have rewind on.
Rewind. Keep rewinding.
I'll probably upload that later, if I remember to do it.
X-Pix!
Okay, I guess I'll have to go here. Here? No.
Brim. Brim.
Oh, it's left stick when it's a pause
Interface
menu.
design. Not too many games have a weather system like that. I suppose it makes sense when making games in rain makes the roads wet.
Actually, I remember back in Burnout Paradise, I think they actually told you both in the in-game radio, or I might just be remembering things that didn't happen, or... I know it mentioned it like way early in the start screen.
No,
I made it,
wasn't a flip.
technically. I technically made it.
You also technically just destroyed any suspension you may have had on that car.
I also probably just bent the chassis and broke the drive shaft. So
Probably
yeah,
people
this
would
car
drive
is
after
totaled.
that.
This car would have been totaled if that was real.
I want to see someone do that with a limo. It would look like the Titanic breaking in half.
Oh, there's an influence board there. I really should swap to something faster, but nobody seems to be complaining. Chain drifting while not looking apparently results in it kind of working.
I'm sorry about the Titanic joke. I know it was too soon.
Time Traveler Ripley here. Oh. Apparently that tire just yeeted itself out of the ground.
Also, what the heck are you driving? I've never seen such a contraption in my entire life.
Well, I'm in a tunnel now. Wheel spin! Let's see what we got. I know it's not gonna happen, but watch me get a Crown Vic.
Gamble, 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 gamble. Pants!
I was right. I wasn't gonna get it. And I get pants. That's just this game. This game in a nutshell is...
Hello,
oh, hey,
Amber.
you want money? This game in a nutshell is... oh, you want something cool? Oh, hey, Amber. Wow, you haven't updated that PFP in ages, haven't you? Have you? I remember
I haven't
when you had
updated
that
mine in
long
ages
ago.
either, so... Then again, you haven't updated yours either.
Fair enough. Right now it's just Ripley and I.
Yeah.
Oh, not settings. I mean, I could go to settings and change something, but... let's pick a car. And preferably one that has...
if it makes it easier to tell us apart, I will do the Colonel's voice for the rest of the stream. What do you think?
Oh, God. Just... okay, in the chat. Also, why is my chat overlay still not working?
Ah!
I just noticed the chat overlay on stream.
No! That's a death sentence for a stream.
Let's get back and... anything you would like to request, Amber? Other than Miata constantly doing burnouts in the mud. Watch someone correct me and say that's technically not a burnout because it's not actually producing any smoke. You know YouTube's gonna do it. That's just YouTube comments in a nutshell.
It's not a burn there. There's no smoke coming out, therefore it's not burning anything because it's a burn. You get it. It's fine. You may post that comment if you like. If it makes you feel better about yourself.
And
You're more
Amber's
than
just
welcome.
acknowledging that this car...
And we're more than welcome to ignore it.
and Amber's just commenting that this car does not... oh, that was the bot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright.
You thought I just abandoned you?
Alright, let's just start in third gear and see if I can actually control this. This is the rotary-powered Miata. Right now I don't have the normal livery I keep on it, but this thing's still just as fast! Oh no.
That sign didn't need to be there anyway.
Bridge? We don't need bridge.
How does the quality look?
Did
It's
I
fine.
just...
Okay, everything's good. It was just doing a quick test.
This is worse than This is worse than Austin Powersing a car.
I have no idea what that means, but I do know who Austin Powers is.
Do you remember that scene where he gets stuck in the hall sideways, and he just has to do
I
a
know who
million
he
point
is.
turn?
That doesn't mean I've seen any of his movies. I want to see some of his movies, but I can't seem to find them anywhere on any streaming services.
Netflix. We can watch it later if you want. Like
Sure.
after the stream or
That
something.
sounds like fun. Okay.
Let's just drive the glorious FD, but it's not upgraded. So from one rotary to another.
The new Lego Batman looks amazing.
Wait, they're making another one?
No, I was making a comment on the loading screen.
Ah. I
Are they
don't
making
get why they made that
I thought
expansion.
Lego Ninjago killed them. Not that, the Lego movie too.
Didn't Lego Ninjago happen before Lego Batman?
No, it was after.
Huh.
I remember going to see it because I really enjoyed Lego Batman. I thought, hey, maybe this will be okay. And Meowthra happened. I'm sure you remember that. We were sat in the theater.
We were the
And,
only people in that theater.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, what if like they have a laser pointer device in it, and I was like, hey, I bet there's gonna be like a giant actual cat there, huh? And then a giant cat shows up called Meowthra.
Just that movie.
And we were laughing our butts off.
It was an okay movie. A bit
we weren't
amusing
laughing
at times.
at the movie. Well, we weren't laughing with the movie, we were laughing at the movie.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It wasn't the worst thing though. But the other
It
Lego
is,
movies at least had something to them. I also like how we're two adults talking about the Lego movie while I'm driving a car across the map.
Hey, we could talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, we could.
Bushes!
Sure.
I like bushes. Do you like bushes?
Turn around when it's safe to do so.
What's your favorite species of tree?
To be honest, the redwood tree.
Your third favorite?
Wait, did you ask what was the third favorite, or is this another question?
Yes, I asked. What is your third favorite species of tree?
Third favorite, I don't have one. Only reason I have a favorite is because the redwood tree is a beautiful tree that we don't have here in Florida. And it also is so big that you can make a house out of a log. A single log.
I saw. I think they
Turn
actually
sharp
have
right.
a log like that, and
I know.
not Spawn, the Ripley's Believe It or Not in St. Augustine.
Completely different Ripley.
Turn sharp right.
Ah.
You have arrived at your destination.
Actually,
But
no,
yeah,
I don't think
know.
I'll share this story today.
Yeah, we are talking
I'll
about
save
the
it
movie.
later.
Alright. I'm gonna try and make this quick for upgrading this, but let's see what we can do.
We're still talking about Lego Ninjago? I thought we moved on.
She was just trying to figure
I
out.
remember, like, at the very beginning, I saw the whole father situation. I was like, oh god, not this again. Please, do something new. And it didn't. It was the exact same story I've seen, like 50 times.
We're gonna wide body this, but which... Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no? Oh no.
You have both what I believe is the Pandem kit and the Rocket Bunny kit. And the Rocket Bunny kit for this... Oh, it makes the front end a muscle car.
Ugh.
Why?
Cause there's a hole in my jeans.
I think I'll pick that hood. That one looks actually pretty good with this kit.
Alright, where are my pajama bottoms? There they are. Yeah.
I wish you could install all the wings, like all the trunk mount wings on all the cars. Because while it won't look as good on some cars, it's better than just the stock Forza wing, which doesn't look good on everything.
My spinal cord! Ah!
You okay there, Ripley?
Ah! I remember the day when my back did a loop-de-loop. Yeah, I'm fine.
Wait, can I put...
Ooh.
Yes, I can!
What are you putting?
So, Amber, since you're our main commenter, should we stick with the stock rotary? Or the 2.6 liter 4-rotor racing rotary from the... Ow. Okay. Well, see ya then.
Whoop! Crap!
It's like I'm asking a question and then just Sun has to leave. It's like, all right. So we're going with the racing.
Please don't tell me to do stuff.
Gonna leave this rear-wheel drive unless I absolutely have to upgrade it. You can fit 305s on the front.
305s?
305mm tires. Typically, like what's on here now.
5mm tires.
Like even 255s
We
are a bit
lost
much.
somebody by talking about tires.
Oh, Amber had to leave.
Oh yeah, okay.
What's on here now, the 225s are what you'll typically find on a car. 245s are a bit wider. And then you have 255s. This is 265s. But you'll have those if you need, like, really wide for a car. Just for context, those are, like, standard tire widths on modern cars. And then you can just put 305s on the front of this. Just put massively wide tires. What can I fit on the rear if 325s on the rear? This car is gonna be mental.
Wow.
Now I need to find rims that'll actually fit this, though I'm pretty sure... Let's put 18-inch rims on it and see how that looks. Oh. Yeah, let's not leave stock rims on there. Stock rims don't exactly look the best on this car, when you're fitting a kit on it at least. Probably gonna stick with the BBS rims I almost always go with. I forgot it's the RS turbo fans that you get on this, and I still don't get the point of turbo fans. If anyone in the comments would like to mention why turbo fan rims are a thing, I would be very much appreciated.
Hold on, I have a better idea. Why turbo rim?
Turbo fan rims.
Turbo fan rims are a thing.
Ooh, this thing at drift height is beautiful. But
Turbo
we're gonna put
fan
height.
wheels do more than just look good. How did he not know?
I figured as such. They're a bit ugly, in my opinion.
Who are?
What?
Haggerty? Ah! They cool the brake system.
Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Looking at them, I thought that's gotta be horrible for brake cooling, but... I guess it could be a curved, it could be curved in a way so that when it's spinning, it's scooping the air. That actually makes a lot of sense. Also, for those of you watching, I didn't forget about the rims. I was just trying to lower it so that I could find what I think would fit, because sometimes lowering the car can give you an idea of what works. Maybe blacking out those rims, making them like matte black to match the rest of the some of the rest of the trim. That might actually work out pretty well.
Yeah.
And those 18s look beautiful.
Ah! I'm out of drink. No! Why am I out of drink? Where's my drink gone?
Yeah, 19s look a bit
My
much.
Twinkie drink.
Check your desk.
I drank my drink. Now my drink is drank. I need to get another drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't blow
Gonna
up
be
the
using
car.
them. Don't what?
You heard me.
I heard you, but I wasn't listening. What? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the restrictor plate on just because then it's 690. Just leave it at the meme. It also puts us at the top of S1, which is like perfect. Because if you're stuck at the top of a class, it works so much better for multiplayer. Though in single player, it works perfectly fine whatever you do.
I'm back.
What just happened?
I got thrown out of the hallway into my room by myself.
Tell your clone to stop throwing yourself.
No, it wasn't a clone. It was the real one. Anyway.
Wait a minute, are we talking to a clone?
No.
Nervous clone sounds.
More like an alternate dimension version of the same person.
Was thinking how this might look with the with Kenji's paint scheme, but not really feeling it with this body kit.
Make it orange.
That would be perfect. Ripley, no. I'll give you an
I like
orange car. I'll give you an orange car later.
Okay. The national flag should be orange. Just like an orange banner.
Make the
What the heck?
Color. Well, actually, let's make it a blue flake, but make it like a dark blue flake.
I'll be right back. Or I guess I won't. The other one will.
Okay. Alright, this is a beautiful color. Fuck. Ever just accidentally mess up the color you're working on? This is what happens when you pay too much attention to the color and then forget what controller you're using. Because I'm so used to using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, just because I've been playing a lot of Switch recently, and it just having two buttons. Well, actually, I think I should have one around here somewhere. I think it might actually be all buttons swapped, but it's like A and X are top and right, and Y and B are bottom and left. They're just X and Y are flipped and A and B are flipped. And just having those buttons flipped, A and B.
I'm going to leave this here. If the fox comes back, let him know I said hi.
Of course. Yeah, I can't find my Pro controller, but it's around here somewhere. Doesn't matter, we're playing a completely different console anyways. Should probably get back to focusing actually on the game.
That sort was a pain to get. Okay, what the heck? Who left this here?
The Colonel.
Oh, of course. That explains a lot. probably cursed or something. Anyway.
Very good. That's a beautiful color. We'll continue working on this car later. But right now, let's get to the Forzathon event. Because why not? If it saves in time. Now we have to find out where it is. This is what makes that timer not persisting through menus. Well, persisting through loading screens.
Wi-Fi!
This is what happens when you have that timer persist through loading screens. Looks like everyone's going right. Yep.
Ah. There it goes. All is well in the world again, because I can hear and see it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Horizon Festival site.
That. Tap. Tap.
Bump.
Racing in the rain is not the easiest thing. So glad this doesn't happen. You can just barely misjudge that, and I end up off.
It's some sort of internet disruptor that's ruining my Wi-Fi.
What?
The kernel left an internet disruptor.
400
And
yards.
it's ruining my Wi-Fi.
Turn right.
So it keeps freezing.
Just barely misjudging those gaps. I really shouldn't play it so risky.
Turn right.
Play it more risky, it's more entertaining.
Also, I have the drift cam on, so the head actually follows where you're going. Gonna see how that works for me. That actually works pretty well if you actually know what you're doing.
Do
Turn
you?
left.
No, I don't.
Look. Oh, no, okay.
Here we go. Wide open road.
Ah, the smell of smoke.
Smell of burning rubber.
I just blow out a candle. That's an orange thing.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
At the roundabout, cut the roundabout. Shortcut!
Oh, thank you for the pyramid again, by the way.
Welcome.
You have arrived early.
It
Forzathon
looks
Live will
lovely
begin
next to...
soon.
I don't know what. Is it the two-headed thing? I have no idea.
Oh, hello, cop car. Yeah, I'll just crop it out when I upload later. Might as well get a good screenshot for
Xbox,
today.
open that.
And this is why I don't have you on speaker.
Ah, okay. What the heck? Where are all these people coming from?
It's a Forzathon live event. Everyone's gonna be here because, well, that's what you do every hour.
Every hour?
Is that another? Yeah, that's another cop car.
Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Round one started.
Everyone's completely ignoring the route and going right for some reason.
In 400 yards,
Feels like I still have street tires on this thing. Should do some tuning soon.
turn left.
Not being ready to drift really makes drifting a bit hard. Just gonna tune the final drive ratio. Change how that gearing goes a bit, make it a bit shallower between gears, and just change the final drive to be a bit more usable. That makes first gear so much easier to handle.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Round one
Mr.
complete.
Turret?
Get to round two.
Actually, I was turning around so that I could go for another pass, but we already got enough by the time I finished. So, here's to me not contributing to the danger sign.
Turn
a
around
plane.
when it is safe to do so. In
No,
100
that's a
yards,
blimp.
turn left.
Into the water, yes!
Oh hey, we were just here. I passed by this a number of times, so time to finally set a distance. Just gonna stick with the Mazda the entire time though. Looks like our best bet is
Turn
gonna be
around when it is safe
following
to do
the
so.
Astra for a bit, whatever that's doing. I think that's an Astra. Watch me be completely wrong.
Wait.
In 100 yards, turn right.
That didn't happen.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I turned around.
Recalculating.
You failed!
That's because I was turned around and landed on the chassis, not my wheels. My car looked so destroyed after that. That's why I don't like this danger sign.
Turn sharp right.
I think we have enough time. Just beeline to the Subaru. Actually, it's favorited, so I probably could have gotten there quicker if I tried to search by favorites.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Wow, everyone's just on it
Turn
today.
sharp right.
We left it like half completion and we're already nearly complete.
Turn around
Just
when
while
it
I
is
was
safe to do
changing
so.
cars.
The blimp?
In 100 yards, turn right.
Round two complete.
Oh, okay.
Get to round three.
Guess I'll just be the first one there
Turn
then.
around when it is safe to do so.
Wonder if I can set a speed trap speed at an angle.
In 400 yards, turn right. In 200 yards, turn sharp right.
Holy shit, I can! I just said 180, I think. Because I didn't see another car drive by. It's 180 by just destroying the speed camera itself. This is gonna be where I'm gonna stop, because if I try and take that corner at any speed, I'm just gonna fail.
Mazda.
Feels so fast-paced doing this on stream.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I swear, every time.
It hasn't even been an hour yet.
What, how long we've been
And
streaming?
already I'm super tired.
It's at 160 in 4th gear.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay,
I
that
don't want
turn's
to
gonna be
distract you from your work here, but I'm bored.
Yeah, that's... Tried getting another co-commentator on, someone who'd be a little more interested in this game, but no way was up.
Zip towards the blimp. Okay, I can't do it. I'm too bored. Sorry.
Nearly
We're
173.
playing out now.
Safe to do so.
Animal Crossing or something. Something that doesn't require as much focus, that we can just talk over.
You can do that. I've had co-commentators play even high-focus games. Well, sort of high-focus.
I remember one time I was at a Sears, and they had the DVD section back then. And it was upstairs. It was up the escalator, and I was trying to get a DVD from the thing, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, "Hey, Mom!" And then I saw my mom, and she had left the area, so I ran to go get her while still holding the DVD, and the alarm went off, and it scared the crap out of me. So yeah, that's my childhood trauma for this evening.
Was that the local mall right now?
Turn around when it is.
Round 3 complete. Congratulations.
Ah!
You're back on the road! Oh, now you're off the road. You're in the marsh. Okay, no, not quite. Okay, you're on the road. You're kind of on the road. You're on the road. And...
Put the
You're off the
car!
road. You're on the... Okay, you're off the road again. Then you're on the road.
Oh, I didn't punch it. This
You're
is like...
partially on the road. You're on the road.
Ripley, what are you doing?
I'm keeping track of when you're on and off the road.
Why?
I don't know. I'm bored.
Play Animal Crossing or something. You got a GameCube in there.
I do have a GameCube. I can only have 2 games for it. One of them doesn't work. Doesn't mean get resurfaced. How the heck am I supposed to play the Haunted Mansion with GameCube when it's not working?
Like how you're completely ignoring how I'm just flying across the grass. Which, why doesn't this grass look like it's supposed to be spring, but it looks like it's fall? Like this grass looks so orange. Like, is it spring or is it fall? Because we're currently in a spring season in the game.
We should totally do a bootleg game stream. That would be amazing.
Huh. That actually could be interesting, but how would you really...
just play some Mario? you sound like Super Mario World. Not corrupted or anything. Just regular Mario World.
Super Mario World's community is mainly speedrunners right now. And it's like, well, I don't like playing the numbers game. I still want to pick games that people want to watch. And because it's, I'll just say nice car, so that they're happy. Make people happy. Apparently we got a friend racing with us.
A friend?
Yep. I have no idea who they are, but they're level 93 and wanted to race with us for a little bit.
We have friends? I didn't know we had friends. Oof.
Influence board!
So much for racing with that friend.
They're just go flying off the road.
You broke it.
Well, that's how you get influence. You break.
You break things. There's a wall there. What are you doing? What the heck?
Setting up for a picture.
There's a loading screen to take pictures.
It has to load the UI and stuff.
That looks like a desktop wallpaper.
Well, that's what it's gonna be when we're done, so.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, not what I meant to do.
Oof.
Taking pictures like this, while you get to better picture quality, it also means you have a watermark and it's a lot harder to grab the picture. So doing the hide UI and then pressing the home button and pressing Y to screenshot allows you to get a little bit lower quality screenshots unless you're like on the 1X. But it also means you can just post it to Twitter and grab it from there, which is so much easier.
Yay. I wonder how my animal friends are doing. Also, it's not really commentation if I'm playing a different game. Screw it! Actually, you know it'd be really funny.
Oh hey, Coconut messaged me.
What if we split screened, huh?
That
What do you
would be
think?
cool,
Like...
but how would we do that unless you're in the same room with me?
I don't know. Not this. Turn it on. Where's my remote? There it is. Okay.
Alright, let's stop taking pictures because this isn't a photography stream, it's a racing stream. Oh.
Calendar. It still thinks it's my birthday.
Happy
That was
birthday.
yesterday. Thank you.
Happy birthday anyways, despite the fact that I was at the party and it was yesterday. Ah! Oh wait.
12.
Need to be in first gear, not reverse. That's one thing that's really unintuitive about driving with manual in this game. It makes sense, but you have to shift.
You have to shift?
No, shifting down, like you have to shift down to reach reverse. Which makes sense, but also when you're thinking shift down into first so that you're having less wheel spin. But if you're already in first, ignore the fact that I just hunted that Land Rover. If you're already in first, it'll send you into reverse. Which I get why they did it that way, but it's so unintuitive at times.
Start. Do 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 do. This could not be red. What? Why does it keep on stopping the spinning? Oh good, it's working this time. This could not be red, what the heck? Every time I open it, it's not spinning.
If you think your drive has failed, is it trying to spin?
Okay, it's booting out. The Nintendo logo showing up.
Ah! I got completely distracted and forgot, oh yeah, I'm gonna be flying through the roundabout the moment I unpause. How can this look
The
right
disc
next
is
to
scratched all to hell. It is a used copy.
The fact that you can just barely
Never
see
had
that
this
says
problem
supermarket actually looks kind of cool. I also reuse this, I also end up reusing this angle later. Ah!
Good, it works. Okay, I got it. Hey,
I like
Ace.
how we can all just hear Ripley in the background just playing his game. While I'm just trying to take pictures out of nowhere. Which, since I'm sure we have different viewers, I'd like to remind you. Texting in, messaging in the... Swear, just out of nowhere, I just can't speak. Anyways, messaging in the stream chat, you can request whatever you want. If you'd like to see races, street races, off-road races, just any kind of racing. Well, I guess by races I mean like road races, which are distinct from street races, because street races are the illegal night races, and then road racing the legal day races for the game. Well, if you want to see any type of racing, just post in the stream chat, and I'll be completely willing to do whatever race type you suggest, even drifting. And I suck at drifting.
Alright, so I got a couple of letters.
I don't think I can actually use any of these. Let's swap cars. Because those cars I cannot use.
Easier to read.
I also use whatever car you mention if I have it. If I don't, I'll offer to use whatever's closest. Like, let's say you said use the 2017 GTR, and I only had the black edition from 2012. I'd use that.
Adversaurus torso. Amber. And let's go for Paragon. Well, time to go to comic shop and sell all my birthday presents.
How much you bet my Mixer stream key still isn't available?
Yeah.
I didn't know the, Oh, I guess that does make sense. I thought that was an Evo, not the 99, I guess it is still an Evo, but it's an Evo 6. Need to modify the 205 T16. That'll be fun. Let's use the maxed out
You took
A-class.
all my money!
You know, you don't need to scream everything.
It was 30,000 bells!
Alright, let's see what our starting grid is today. Gonna be mainly Lancia
That's a big
037s with a Delta S4, Renault 5 Turbo, two other 22Bs, Audi Quattro, a Galant VR4. Interesting choice. The Galant is an interesting car. If I remember correctly, I think that's one of the cars my family used to have, but I was too young to remember it. Though the transmission blew in it. Ah, Loric Muffin needs to stay in his lane. Like how I'm doing rally cars for a road race.
I'm just collecting everyone's garbage.
I'm just over here causing chaos by accident.
I'm collecting garbage from the dump and selling it to protect my debt.
Perfect. That other 22B gave me just enough room. Gonna be using a little bit of dirty tactics because, they're not other players. They're just driver cars, so perfect time to There we go. So, because they're just driver cars,
Be complete jerks to them.
no. Gonna drive a little more aggressively. I'm not gonna use the worst tactics, but since they're just driver cars, I will be racing more to win than pure honorably. Because why not? It's more entertaining to see someone fail all the time than to see perfect honorable racing. Because risky strats are not honorable. At least risky strats in the form of outbreaking to the point of slamming into a wall. Or slamming someone else into a wall. Which I am so glad they fixed that for online. And Collared Cargo here up in second. One of my closest friends, just right up here. And now in a wall. Need to see if he wants to race in, like, actually live. Not just, I race his drive car. Also, if you're wondering about his name, don't ask me, I don't.
Okay.
I'm just making commentary. Talking about the driver Collared Cargo, which is one of the other drivatars in this race, and representing one of my closest friends, though obviously not you. Because, well, you don't even have this game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, we said at the same time on my end. Did I clip it close enough? I did! Oh, cutting up the inside and the, I think that's a Lancia, but I forget what it is. I take second place. Not as good as first, but still respectable, especially after how I did during that race. Someone beat the Delta S4 last second. That's assassin food. I think they're actually on my friends list. Also need to remove one of the people on here. Not gonna say why, but I don't like them.
I can't plant the trees there. It's in front of the guy's house.
Well, I'm not gonna say why I don't like them, guys.
$1,000.
I almost want to say turn down your game, but some of the stuff I'm hearing in the background's too amusing. Oh, nice! That's gonna be fun to modify later. Shelby GT350R. Not the biggest fan of Mustangs. Do like the GT though. But, better than the Camaro. Though Corvette's pretty respectable. Oh, I thought that was a shallower turn than it was. But, rally car.
Rally car.
If I found out a way to run custom music in this game, which I think there is a way, I wonder how many people would mention the Daytona USA music I sneak in. Because you know I'm gonna sneak that in if I had custom music in a racing game.
It's not even nighttime yet, it's 5 o'clock.
It's nighttime!
Well, that's so it's left in this hacker. Let's go next time.
Did you name yourself Slacker, or is that like their catchphrase?
It's their catchphrase. It's Peanut's catchphrase.
Why is their catchphrase Slacker?
I don't know!
I somehow just...
Get them to stop freaking asking me to get paint. They're always talking about, hey, could you get paint this journal that you left here?
Heat needs to do their job.
What? Pate moved out of town, remember? Pate lives in your town now.
Oh. Come over here with your memory card. Pete probably still lives here.
Please let me borrow your memory card. Okay, wow, what a pleasure. Kind of cool.
Oh wait, there's a board there.
I'm bored.
Oh, the board is on top of the subway.
It's a track model.
Well, that's one way to get bored. So, if anybody has any ideas for liveries, I'll try and work on those too. Though, no promises I can do it, and I'll probably not do it on stream. At max, I'll release an extra video off stream. Mainly because the process of watching a person build a livery is pretty uninteresting unless you speed it up a ton. It's like, oh, where's that shape? Skips over 20 million pages of shapes because it's so complicated building liveries in this. So almost more, it's like more interesting to do it in other games where you can just import a file, but harder in other games too, because while it's less tedious, you need to know how to texture things. And texturing isn't easy.
490, I'd be willing to take 70 less bells. Ha 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 ha.
Probably should commentate more, but I'm like too distracted by attempted rally.
Attempted rally.
You are charged with attempted rally.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, too much speed into that one. But it's Forza Horizon 4. It doesn't matter if you go off-road, just slide back onto it. Mazda!
I just sold the track models that down enough for like 300 and he's selling it for over 1,000.
Sounds about right.
I hate that. I'm beginning
Well,
to
I mean,
hate
have you
everyone
seen
in this town,
GameStop?
Except for Alfonso, because Alfonso is a little wonderful creature of happiness.
So I mean, Ripley, have you seen GameStop?
Yes.
If you fancy a break from the speed and noise, I found this gorgeous little mountain retreat. Couple of acres of land, view of the river.
Hey,
You probably prefer speed and noise,
doing,
yeah?
Ace?
Hey,
Oh yeah,
it's up to you.
glad to hear it. But hey, remember, if you overdo it, you'll ruin your body. What the heck? It's important to make the is living there, so that's what I. Hey, why are you talking to me? Yourself, but I say Ace every now and then. Ace. See, I can't stop. To be honest, it's really getting to me. There's gotta be something else I could say. Think of something, will you? Okay, anyone in the chat, what should I have Gruff say instead of Ace all the time?
I personally have no idea, though I'm not in the chat. And I don't think we have anyone in the chat willing to talk, since we have had one extra viewer this entire time. And that extra viewer definitely isn't me, but they haven't said a single thing. Because I don't think looking at the studio page counts.
I'll have him say Venus if nobody posts anything. Well,
I don't think anyone's here to say anything.
I'll ask my Discord friends then. Let me see.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back because I need to get something to drink and use the bathroom. So, yeah. If someone talks in chat, please respond to them. Won't be long.
I kinda need to use the bathroom too. Ba. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Light letter, museum, put nothing on it, put a fossil in there. Nothing in it, yes, fossil, yeah, put it in the museum.
What are you doing?
I'm sending fossils to the museum.
I'm surprised we haven't lost. Holy shit!
Ooh, we haven't lost what?
Xbox, record that. I'm surprised we haven't lost our only viewer. As you can tell, I am still not experienced enough with drifting in this. Surprise!
There goes Pete. What the?
What?
The cavalry.
That's my horn in game.
I'll be right back.
I am the car cavalry!
Entertain the audience.
Well, that's literally my job, so...
I'm back. Stop entertaining the audience. I'll entertain them for you.
I just punted the Miata. Well, not Miata. I punted the Mini, and the Mini's like, okay, I won't go that way. I'll just go this way instead. Poor Mini. I'm having way too much fun just driving around, but I can't think of what to commentate on right now.
How's your day been going?
It's pretty good. Mostly just been playing for the stream, though. So, this morning got to, don't you love forgetting how to word things? I'll just ditch that part of the topic because I forgot how to word it. And I'm just gonna stumble all over myself if I don't all over make it. I'm gonna fuck it up if I try talking about that right now. Earlier got some Whataburger, and we decided to try some spicy mayo on it, which is just mayo and sriracha. What ratio depends on your personal taste, but it's actually really good. It's normally used in sushi as like a topping. Like, I think the dynamite roll that's like the one that I know uses it. I think it's typically up to the creator's preference, except at restaurants to use it, but it typically works really well for sushi rolls. And we were like, wow, it's technically mayo. Let's see how this will work. And it works beautifully. Like, I don't think I could think of any other way to just add a little bit of spice to it, while still just working on a lot of things. Tried it on a sandwich and a burger so far. It's working really well. Thinking about making a really spicy burger, but I'm not sure why I would add it. It's like, obviously, jalapeno is a must. I guess I could go for pepper jack cheese. Just go all out on the spice. I also like how I'm just driving around talking about cooking.
He just gave me a very true phrase. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away.
Huh.
Well, actually, brother is a pretty important near far. And far cows too. That same bites. Okay. But yeah, homeskill it. Do you know that video is going to do it? Remember that thing? What?
Hi, Beaver. Push the beamer! Oh, I was wrong about the name of the street races. It's called Street Scene. But, hey, it makes... saying street race just... yeah, saying street race just makes sense.
What have I been doing all the live long day? Playing NES, not me.
Just the memes channel on Team 596 server, which you can join by the link just below the game. Just what one of our users just posted is so weird.
Hang on. 596.
Anyways, back to the street scene. Looks like we're up against a lot of high-class cars. And then I'm just... really? Even braking, I still rear into them because they decide, yes, let's just go slower than the car I'm merging with. Normally in racing, you don't have that problem. One of my favorite
Stella,
things about...
why are you handing me a cow skull? Where's Petunia?
One of the things I love about the Forza series is the driver cars, because it feels like you're racing actual other drivers. Though without the constant trolling of someone in a heavyweight vehicle blocking the path. Didn't really see the transition there in the racing line, and I don't know this part of the road well enough. This is why I still have the partial racing lines on, despite having stuff like traction control off. Because I can handle the car when I know the road. But when I don't know the road, I'm just all over the place with this. Boop. Wait, Draco? Yeah, I haven't seen that name in a while. I'm trying to remember who Yves Draco is right now. One of my friends from one of the servers.
Oh, it's literally a club show. Ha 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 ha. Allow me to
Fuck
walk
this
my
thing!
Ha 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 ha.
I feel like you might be a little loud, but I'm not sure because I haven't had a chance to check the audio balance. And I have you up pretty loud on my end.
Oh, oh, oh.
And there we go. First place by a mile. Yeah, 2-second lead. That's pretty good. Yves Draco is only a level 2. I'm curious enough to check who's on here. Oh god. Of course they did that.
You guys know? Really, I was in a bit of a tizzy. I went to dig a hole, but I accidentally hit a rock with my shovel.
Yeah,
And
it's
can
that
you believe what
person.
happened next? Did bells come out? No, I can't tell you. It's such a way to the village is a secret. Just remember, stay away from my rocks. Absolutely no hitting with shovels. Lock me. The bada bing. The bada bing plague is spreading. Who the heck is this?
Don't talk about street scene. Oh my god, of course they make a joke
Lulu
about
is a
Fight Club.
hippopotamus.
Wooloo? Wooloo is a sheep. It's a sheep
Lulu.
Pokemon. It's the sheep Pokemon. Let's collect my money.
Aw.
That's the cutoff. A lot of really solid drivers are going home, but you're through. What can I say? Only the fastest survive in street scene.
Blair?
Somehow I actually did well in that drift zone.
You're Blair. Okay.
Really need to try the drift scene in this, but I just suck at drifting, so I feel like as soon as I get in that, I'm just going to be flying across the track at 20 miles per hour.
Oh.
Which in drifting can actually be quite a lot.
And I thought I'd bring some muffins and coffee with me. Music, is that a good combination? Is that a good combination? Muffins and coffee?
I guess.
Do as you like, or that's delicious. The only other option besides those two is ew, yuck!
That's delicious, will make them happy.
Oh, you have such a fine taste. It's only the truly sophisticated can enjoy this delicate harmony of flavors. Singing with sun, drinking a nice coffee, eating muffins. What bliss, nothing. I'm certain my boyfriend will appreciate all my work too. Ah, I wish we could go on the picnic today, but what the heck?
I like how we have the most random commentary in the background.
Hey, Ripley, what
Just-
is it, Bada Bing?
We have
Yes,
most
the infection is spreading.
Oh god.
Everyone in my town will be saying Bada Bing.
Oh my god. We have the most random background commentary because of you. Just playing Animal
Pretty
Crossing.
much.
Hey, at least it keeps the at least it keeps it active.
A coffee machine. Nothing in life is free.
Who made that?
I'm just
Of
saying
course.
nothing nice.
What
Auto
even is
torso
that
you got
PFP?
there. No, you're not taking my Apollo torso. What? Don't you know who I am? How dare you, Bada Bing? Well, fine, Bada Bing. I hope you go through your whole boring life with the same drab furniture.
Oh god.
Screw you! I'm giving that to the museum. It belongs in a museum. This is ridiculous.
I love how the 22B
I've-
just comes in blue.
The village is full of complete jerks. Here I am pulling weeds for them and crap.
Can I just say the oranges in this
sure.
game just don't look appealing? Oh shoot, it's already time for the next Forzathon?
Okay, Cat. I've updated your route to the Forzathon Live event now.
At least I have the right car for getting to the Forzathon event.
Oh, you haven't a product this.
Oh god. It's across the lake. Oh.
What time is it? Get up!
In 400 yards.
It's
What
freaking
time is
5
it?
at night. Get up.
Actually, it's nearly 6.
Yeah.
200 yards.
So Blather should be up by now.
Meanwhile, I am keeping UK's fencing industry just completely alive because I keep breaking down all of the walls. Ah! Let's not end up in the lake. Let's drive around the lake. Ah! Not sure how I didn't just skid across the rock there, but okay.
What that priceless like? What might you have those?
I'll be surprised if I make it to Forzathon in time.
In 400 yards. Turn left.
Or I can skip this 400 yards.
Turn left.
It's already 5.
400 yards.
Actually, it's almost 6, Goldie. How could you not be away from them? With that first. Whoa, really? I'm so good.
Aw.
I
That would've been
expect
so
you to
cool.
stop by every morning and fill me in on your bike. Wow, Goldie, the Goldie.
You know, Ripley, you probably shouldn't interrupt me constantly.
Sorry, I'm focusing on my
Recalculating route. In 400
camera
yards.
and anchor app.
Turn left.
God, someone has their message set to a 480.
Forzathon Live will begin shortly. Good luck.
It's a pattern just with a nice one. Maybe I will. You know, it's a pain to do it with GameCube controller. I'd rather have a mouse and keyboard. Heaven forbid, I'm sorry, Catholic.
Ooh. That's a nice Ferrari they got.
Oh. Where's the mayor? I can't seem to find the mayor. Where's Tortimer?
Yeah, let's just take the Ascari out. Because it's perfect time for the Ascari.
What mission you looking for? How are things?
Hey Ripley, mind if I just leave the call since you're not really focusing anymore?
Oh, I'm playing out. Okay, you're in the tent. Okay. Tent. The tent fun.
Forzathon Live starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Round 1
See, let me
started.
save my game and I'll get back to it. Okay?
Okay.
200 yards. Turn right.
Because at first it was kind of funny, but it's kind of
Turn right.
distracting from the normal gameplay commentary.
Yeah, that was what I was worried about.
200 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Save. Would you like to save? That's right. You press buses to please enter the house. Do not. Want to save and quit.
Oh yeah, it's a speed tap. That was a speed camera at first, but no. Ah, Hoonigan car?
Alright. I dropped my controller.
Great job.
My GameCube.
At least it's made of Nintendium.
I think it's made of plastic. Also,
Made
it's
of
Nintendonium.
Nintendium.
It's Nintendonium.
I've always heard people say Nintendium.
I've never heard anyone say anything about it at all.
Only thing
Save
stronger
it.
than Nintendo. Only thing stronger than Nintendium
Round 2.
is Nokia.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo is able to cut Segami in half instantly.
Is the sharpest
400
material.
yards. Turn right.
Segamium, it's only really good if it's mixed with another material, such as Microsoftium.
200 yards. Turn left.
Otherwise, it's constantly making mobile
Turn
games.
around when it is safe to do so.
Yeah.
Recalculate.
Remember when they still made consoles?
No, I don't. I wasn't alive.
You were alive during the Dreamcast era, kinda.
I was?
Like the late end of the Dreamcast. Well, no. 2000.
Why would I remember if I was a baby?
I still remember the Dreamcast.
I remember when I was a baby,
when it is safe
I
to do
would
so.
poop everywhere.
Dude, I'm younger than you and I still remember the,
I remember the
I still
Dreamcast
remember.
exists. But I don't remember the time when Sega made the Dreamcast.
I don't remember the launch,
get
but I
what I'm
remember
saying?
everyone playing it. Or at least the few people that actually had one.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Because it took a while for the next generation after that to launch, even if Sega kind of dropped out in the middle of that generation.
Ooh.
In fact, I think they developed like halfway through the previous generation. So it put them on kind of like a half generation, because the Dreamcast wasn't as good as the GameCube or PS2 or original Xbox, but also wasn't as bad as the PS1 and the N64.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
N64 wasn't that bad.
Wow, for its time, yeah, but compare it to the Dreamcast.
Round 2 complete.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of an unfair comparison, but when you're talking about the performance of a console, it just makes sense to say it like that. Because, yeah, it was better than the N64 and PS1, but it wasn't quite as good as the, as like the GameCube and PS2. So it's kind of half generation. And Nintendo is kind of just a whole generation back right now, but honestly, I don't really care. It's nice to have something that I can just bring around. Because constantly traveling, like traveling and just going across town all the time. It's nice to have something to do.
Yeah. 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 Anyway.
I'm not sure why I'm doing
Yeah.
drifting in the rail yard while in the Ascari, but it's kind of working. Even though I have the race tires, and the high grip tires aren't the best tires to drift in. I kind of tandemed with the Koenigsegg there for a moment. Yeah.
So when are we planning on ending the stream? Sorry.
No idea.
I'm kind of tired. Plus, I'm waiting for the dudes to get started on the possible Jackbox stream tonight. So
We could just keep going till they start that stream.
yeah, but I kind of want to relax for a little bit before.
Hey, if you want to leave between streams, go for it. I'm able to keep up commentary right now. Because I found the
Okay.
game where I can actually constantly talk about stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't even make it to the 2-hour mark. Wow.
It's only 8 minutes more.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
Alright, see ya.
Bye, guys. Thank you for having me, Kat.
Welcome. Anytime. See ya. Wow, this car is hard to handle. It is I'm so glad burnout skills are a thing in this. Because it means if you spin out this car, you just get burnout skills constantly, so it's like you can keep up the skill chain anyways. Wow, I messed that up. Not a good amount, so a number of these drifters bank out right now will probably be able to finish it like instantly, but with how much time we have remaining,
Round 3 complete.
yeah, just one person has to mess up and then we're done. Well, mess up not by hitting something. This car is so fun to drive just because it keeps on burning out. It keeps on with the burnout. But it's not too much that you can't just continue. Of course they have the Doge meme on this. It's something that you can actually keep up driving with if you actually try. Like I said, the third gear. And I can just hold a drift. And I'm not good at drifting, so if I actually try and start this drift right, I guess I need to start in second to hold the drift. As you can tell, I'm still learning how to drift this, but this is a good car to work with just because it has that torque to keep it going when you want to keep it going. And also tandem drifting so easy with this. Not thing. Drift chains like this are easy too. Because you can just swing it to the other side and keep it going. Nah, not like that. Just refer to my earlier driving if you want better. Yeah, this car, it just works. You have that guy just spinning in the water. I have no idea why I'm still drifting here. I'm not even that good, but... gives me something to do while I try and think of what to do next. Ah. I think I might do a photo shoot in the warehouse and just see how that goes. Alright, that's gonna be good. Let's just remove the driver. Hide DUI. Show off the place. That's centered now. Or at least centered enough that I can fix in post. And obviously, if you ever see me taking pictures in game, just check the Twitter later and you will find it. The rail yards look one of the best places to drift if you just want to practice and learn. If you've got this wide open area here, and if you actually want to try something cool, you can just take it right through the warehouse right here, keep it going, go through this structure, keep going wide, and then if you don't mess it up. I'm still not used to manual with clutch. I have it like that because it makes drifting easier and I'm okay with the time loss. Because it is slower than normal manual. And there's a debate between manual without clutch and manual, for manual with clutch versus manual without. I've noticed almost always manual without clutch is faster, though I'm not sure by how much. But manual without clutch versus automatic, I'm not sure which is faster, because it's an automatic built for racing. But also, sometimes people just know how to use a manual better than an automatic can judge what they're going to do next. So there's still a debate over that, though I'm not sure how big it is in this game. So obviously it's a debate in every game, in at least some way. But I haven't heard a single person debate over if, I haven't seen a single person debate over if manual without clutch is better than automatic. Wait, no. If manual with clutch is better than with... I forget which one I was talking about, but I haven't heard people talk about manual with or without clutch, though I have with without clutch and automatic. That's what I'm trying to get at. Really should get off that topic. Again, if anyone wants to see anything, just gotta keep up the group. Yeah, that guy's got a nice car, as you can tell by me taking a picture. Love the picture mode in this game because it feels like, in a way, like using my actual camera. It's not like I'm just... What the hell is the ground doing? Okay. It's not like you're doing, the camera in this is a whole lot like using an actual camera, just you don't have to hold it. You have so many nice controls, so if you really want to do a lot with it, you can. You even got filters and stuff that you can't really do. Aw. Thinking I might make this my main car for this game just because it's so beautiful. Or at least make it my main drift car. Just look at that color. Now it doesn't look as beautiful as it was under the white light. Thing's just ready to slide if you let... this thing's ready to slide if you let it. If anyone wants to just watch this. Yeah. Not really useful for me, but it lets you see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just watching the throttle because I'm bored. The game becomes a lot more fun when you just let go and just drive. Clutch kicking with the R7 is a horrible idea. There we go. I feel like it's under control now. Oh, nope. This is why we don't drift through puddles. Yeah, this area is one of the best places to drift, just because you have... Not that. You have so many spots to just... You have so many spots to just drift through. So you can drift through this lower area and have a bit of trouble with the railroad tracks, but... it's a game, you can just scoot over the track. So yeah, you have this wide open area. And it's just perfect for learning to drift. And if you want to drift more competitively, that doesn't involve roads with horrible traffic, because traffic has to be a thing for some reason. Like, constantly, other than in races, so it makes just going out and drifting a bit of a change. If you want to drift and have just a wide open area, but still have some challenge, this is the perfect spot, because it's not filled with traffic cars that'll constantly get in your way. You just have walls, ramps, stuff like that that'll get in your way. But that's all you have. Beyond that, the game just gives you such a wide open area to work with that it's just a playground. I love it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this area, so let's head on back to the festival after claiming our super wheel spin. Which, let's see what we get. It's probably not going to be much interesting. 20 grand. I got a candy bracelet. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? The clothing items in this game just make no sense. Also, what do I have on the world map that's so special? Who? I don't even know that person. Looks like we got some people riding in a group. Oh, yeah. 2 people driving in a group, I think, but at that distance it might not actually be that. Anyways, let's go back to the festival and start working on this car. Because I'm sure you don't want to just watch me just sit here and do nothing. I will probably upgrade the, I'll be upgrading some of the perks. I'm thinking I should make that my main drift car and just kit it out for drifting. Because I love how it handles. I'm starting to lose faith in these wheel spins. Because, wow, it sucks. The extra life. Just the extra life perk, if you love drifting, get that. Always get it. If you don't like drifting, it depends on how well you can drive, because there is a difference between a little tap and slamming into a wall, and sometimes that isn't perfectly clear. Like, I'm sure there are pro drifters in this game that would love to correct me, but my opinion is not perfectly clear. So if you're still learning drifting, always get that, because it will be worth it. It's also really good if you like drifting in the quarry to just grind those points. Put down, like, your best car. Oh hey, mask shapes are a thing. Forgot about that. What? Huh. Swear, that guy makes some of the weirdest stuff. Well, also some of it's really useful. Whoever made this. Yes. That's gonna be cool. Might actually end up using those later. Though not on this design. Because there is no way that this car could make it around the Nürburgring without slamming into a wall. I'm thinking we should probably find a few good vinyls. Well, actually, we could probably do some work with one of the vinyls I just saw. And I skipped over it. Where was it? Oh, there's a full version. I'm blind. Guess we don't need the thing to line it up. Let's move it directly down. Exactly 100 units, which, if you need any tips in making stuff, while I'm not a pro for making vinyls, while I'm in no way a pro at making vinyls, if you want a good tip, work by numbers. If you're doing something that needs a certain kind of precision. Thinking I might change this to black, but let's leave this white for now and see how this goes. I'm thinking that might actually be really cool. Basically making a new Team 596 logo here. Need a Thug Life font? It's like you have proper, like, Old English script, and then this. I get it's meant to be a continuation of that, but all I can think is just those Thug Life banners you used to have on donks. Don't see them much these days, though. Don't think 11's why I want. Let's see how 1 works. 1 is like the most basic font. So... You know, honestly, I think this is what we'll go with. I think we need to drop this down to 25. We'll probably end up needing to move like all of this. But I'm making a Team 596 logo for the RX-7. Oh, hey Andrew. It's been ages since someone joined on here. Well, since you've joined on here. Well, I guess it's been ages since someone started watching, but yeah. Welcome to the stream. Anything you would like me to do? I'm thinking about just doing some racing. I can't stop this this creation that I'm doing right now. I'm just doing this to fill time while waiting for more people to join. So, if you've got anything you want me to do, street races, rally races, stuff like that, just mention it in chat and I'll be ready to do that. No. We were doing some racing earlier. I think we did like mainly... I think it was like mainly street racing that we did. Yeah, we did like a few street races, but that's about it. Oh wait, we also did Forza-thon. Twice now. Because, wow, 2-hour stream. Yeah, once I finish this, we'll be getting back to racing. Because I want something to go on the RX-7. Unless, of course, you want me to start something sooner, but... You haven't made any suggestions? It's been ages since I've actually done streaming. I think I finally found the game that I really want to stream. It's gonna mainly be just Forza Horizon 4. Because why not? I actually have fun with it, and it's not... It's like, I've been debating just chasing trends, but it's too ingenuine, to be honest. So finally having a game that I like to play, it's gonna be really good. Ignore the saved ones. Those are like the only things I could find that were unlocked separate pieces so that I could make the full Weeb garage. Okay, I know how to design. Actually, if I just set that at 0 and let's go -25. change that some more. Just gonna do a very basic setup. Just so that we have a livery. So Andrew, since you still seem to be in chat, how have you been? Since it's been ages since we've talked. Nice. Alright. So, gonna stick... Yeah, on the rear bumper. Gonna stick the vinyl grip on the rear bumper. Just so that we have something here to, finding a spot to put this is going to be difficult. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's just stick it on the wing. Right there. $107. So that should actually work really well. Yeah, that's about the right size. Well, spot. Let's actually stick it like that. I think that's what we'll do. Now that we have a design for the car, let's go do some drifting. You all get to see me fuck up drifting. Eventually. Though, there's one thing that I think we need to do first. Let's fix up some of the problems with this car. I think it's street tire compound that they suggest. I'll leave it at that for now. You can always swap back if you don't like it, so it's perfect to just buy a set of tires, and if you don't like it, just swap back. And let's go into the paint booth. Oh. Guess we'll be drifting on silver rims. This car handles so much better now that it's on the proper kit. Here we go. Obviously, I still don't have the skill for that. That'll be repaired when we get to the race anyways. Up to the drifting area anyways. Well, I guess it might be a race, but I doubt it's actually a race being drifting. Yeah, it's just 10 chapters of the Drift Club. We might not even be using this car. This is all in chapters. It's not like the, it's not like all the other stuff like races. It's more of a story. So that should work perfectly for me. I love how it's like, slow down! It's just a straightaway game. I'm gonna end up slamming straight into that wall, but viewers of the picture don't have to know that. So, I'm hoping doing the Drift Club events will help me be better at drifting in the future, because while I'm not exactly the biggest fan of drifting, more of a casual fan, more prefer grip racing myself. As you can tell by me just having no skill in drifting yet, despite being level 75, I think. Well, I've leveled up beyond that by now, but as you could probably tell by me being so high level and still having no idea how to drift, I much more prefer grip racing and dirt racing. Which by grip racing, I mean any racing on concrete that you're actually gripping the road, not sliding like in drifting. Which typically in this game is street racing, story modes, and road races.
Turn left.
I guess it's technically street scene, not street racing, but you get the point. Carry the rock. I'll name him Dwayne.
In 400 yards, turn left.
And kind of running out of things to talk about. Today's been uneventful other than just getting ready for this,
You have arrived at your destination.
getting ready for this stream. It's been cold out. Really cold out. Well, guess I can't say really cold out because it's still Florida. It's not like we get really cold.
Hello, my name is Robert. Don't need to tell me your name, Joel's done plenty of that. I've gathered a group of like-minded drivers together here at the festival, and I hoped you might help us attract more. We're called Drift Club, you see. We like to... well, you can probably guess. Some like the rush, but I'm rather partial to the engineering, I must say. Why don't you take my old Nissan 240 out and see which you enjoy better?
Ooh.
The
The
first thing to do,
240 is
really,
always a
is go into
beautiful...
your car settings and switch off the traction control. Might be a button, or it might need a pair of pliers and a bit of tape, but it must be done. Traction is the natural enemy of drifting.
That corner was way too tight for my current skill. Yes, it's a drift path through water.
That's what I like to see. Now, I would like to see more, please.
Well, considering the fact that I already reached that this early, I think you'll definitely be seeing more.
Very nice. Very nice. I like the back end work particularly. A bit of speed, turn in, feather the e-brake as you hold the accelerator. It's more of an art form, really. I'll let you work it out.
Like I was telling me that after I've already gained this many points. My drifts really aren't that stylish because he's constantly leaving mid-drift, which, as you can tell, looks sloppy.
Would it be more of a challenge if I made you wear washing up gloves?
Oh wait, I've already reached 3 stars. What hell? Just finish up this drive. I'm used to back in Need for Speed where you had to farm your points. This is easy. Easy, I say, immediately before doing that.
I'm sure you've noticed them, but we've started adding some flags to bits of road that are really quite good for drifting. A great bit of practice for drift driving.
What is drift driving? That must be like a British or Scottish thing, because nobody says that around here. We just say drifting. Drift Club level 2. Here, let's give you some money. I was about to say, I'm earning another Miata. It's not as if I already have 2 of them. I've had a lid malfunction. Now my shirt's all fucking wet now. This is why I don't do face cam. Because I'll do clumsy stuff like that and then just rush to turn off the face cam. Probably see what
We've had a
everyone else
drift club
is doing.
meeting and decided to keep score of how our members do on all these routes. Make it a bit of a game, you see. This is the Subaru BRZ for boxer engine, rear wheel drive, and the zenith of drifting technology. I'm also quite partial to acronyms.
I mean, the first
Why don't
two
you
I
take a
believe,
nice
but that
morning
last
drive?
one I think they
And if
just
you wanna
made
pull
up.
the back end out along the
Which
way,
makes me think
that'd
they
be
probably
alright
made
with
up
me.
the entire thing. The BRZ is just such an easy car to work with that if you can't drift a BRZ, you can't drift. That, or if you can't drive an S15 that's been modified for drifting. There are some cars that, if you can't drift them, if you can't drift them, you probably aren't meant for drifting. So, not saying that as an insult, just saying there's some cars that are just that easy. Great beginner cars. Obviously, you'll never pick it up first try. Took me ages to even get to where I am now, and I'm still cracked.
Well, now the rubber's warm, let's keep going, shall we?
Meanwhile, most of those points are really
400
shallow
yards.
drifts.
Turn left. Turn left.
Okay. Why not just tap the wall? That's why I don't drift in real life. In real life, I've mainly stuck to karting, but sometimes it's fun to do highway pulls. So, legally, of course. Still need to get to
Crikey!
like a
Show me that
944.
again, whatever you just did.
That's my biggest problem with this game. They tell you to do stuff like, here, let's drift these corners. Then expect you to handle the traffic like it's no problem, but some people like me just can't drift with traffic constantly in the way.
Nicely done. Now, we'll keep your score on the Drift Club ladder for eager new drivers to try and beat. I'd prefer they didn't, but you know how they get. It's computer games that made them competitive, I think.
Oh, the irony. Yeah, this game has a big trouble with, a big problem with traffic. The traffic's constantly everywhere. So every time you try and do stuff like drift through corners or do rally and come up onto a main road, it's constantly in the way. Obviously, it's going to be in the way for stuff like street racing, but when you're doing street racing, traffic's part of the fun of it for most people. In my opinion, kind of ruins the fun. Having to avoid someone. Because in my opinion, the fun is pushing the car to its limits, not pushing the driver.
Good news. Drift Club membership is climbing steadily thanks to you. As soon as I get the membership cards and name badges ready, you'll be the first to know. I'd like us to be known as an inclusive club. You don't need a Japanese performance machine to throw around. An American performance machine will do very nicely too.
Oh, my girlfriend's gonna love this.
This route is quite lengthy, so you'll need a good bit of forward as well as sideways.
In 400 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right.
Cut the corner a bit so I lost a bit of speed. And
Force
obviously
equals
wasted
mass times
points.
acceleration minus friction. Drifting is all mathematics, you see. I do like mathematics. Though, you might say it's as easy as braking on the way into the turn to make the back lively. This shifts weight onto the front of the car, increasing grip and reducing weight on the rear wheels.
Which is one reason why I combine normal braking and e-brakes. Because it gets the rear end sliding out and the weight on the front wheel. This is something you'll learn during real-world drifting too. You need your weight off the rear when you can, in my opinion.
Not bad. But do I need to explain again about power to weight ratios?
No. Closest to 1-1's the best.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left.
Which obviously you can surpass 1-1, but that starts to get terrifying.
Turn sharp left.
And obviously if you're not ready for it,
In 200 yards, turn left.
I forgot what I was
Turn
going
left.
to say. Ah, yeah. If you're not ready for it,
200 yards, turn
a
sharp right.
very high power to weight ratio, making the car just blazing fast, it can be terrifying if you're not ready to handle that much power.
Fabulous. Drift clubbers, take note. There's more where this came from.
In 400 yards,
And there's where I could have gotten a better drift if I didn't have traffic.
turn
So
left.
one thing that I'm wondering is, why does he have to explain power to weight ratio for drifting other than building a car where obviously the more power you can get to the wheels without it catching grip, which can help with some drifting. God, I'm sloppy right now.
You make it look really easy. Liven up the rear, apply a bit of acceleration, then steer. And Robert is your father's brother.
One thing that I'm wondering is what's with the tires? It's like that looks like the race tires, but I don't think you actually want the race tires. I have no idea what phrase I just unlocked. I wish this game had dedicated drift tires. Because while I don't think many people make them, having dedicated drift tires would take a lot of the guesswork out of building a drift build. Of what tires do I use? Because some people use the,
There's a nice spot on the way up to Edinburgh the Drift Club's been eyeing up. I think you've earned the right to have first crack and show off a little, what you reckon? I've thrown on new high grip front tyres, tuned the throttle response in the computer, and lowered it on firm springs. Well, if you get to show off, and so do I.
I've put in a route down to the old rail yard. I think you'll see what I'm getting at.
Did not liven up that rear end at all. Sorry that I'm not commentating much, it's just focusing on drifting a bit. But, yeah, don't check comments while you're trying to drift. These are good spots to just gain tons of points. Because if you just chain drifts, it just works. Also, one thing that you'll notice helps a lot, at least in this game, feather the throttle. It'll keep your grip low while lowering your speed a bit. While
Very
rear
good
end grip.
technically, but now let's see some passion. Come on.
Also, typically you don't want to drift under. Like, while it works really well at times, it's not the best on a drift car. Because it's too low for stuff like this.
And up here, just a cheeky little detour down the side. Well, off you go, eh? No rush, do Drift Club proud.
Now I'm gonna cheese this a bit. And just grind some points, at least for the 2-star here. Because I got 30 seconds to... Let's at least hit 2 stars if I can.
I'm really chuffed Joel persuaded you to front up our little band. I think it's just the thing we needed. If we really want to be taken seriously, we need a bit of a personality to lead the way. A nice one.
Well,
Anyway, no more said about that.
that didn't work. So, don't talk about street scene. Can I tell you about Drift Club? Oh, that's a bit amusing. After completing this storyline, by the way, I'm probably going to end the stream because it's getting a bit long. So...
Onwards and upwards, eh? We'll take a longer drift drive this time. Show Drift Clubbers the skills and technical challenges involved in covering that sort of distance. 98 Sylvia K, 2.6 litre, inline 6, and the full Rocket Bunny boss kit. I might have got a little carried away here, but I was sure you wouldn't mind.
I mean, I kind of do mind.
Remember
Front
I
end's
talked
ugly.
about too much power? This is too much power. You really shouldn't need to floor it. Watch the rear. It's slippy. If it comes out, you're using too much power.
Race is the perfect car for exploiting the game system. Because as long as you're sliding on the road, you're earning
Turn
points.
right.
I also heard of a glitch with race tires and drag tires,
Turn right.
but it also means you don't win in competition drifting organized by the community. So it's like, if you want to top a leaderboard, use those tires. If you want to just win in the community, they say use street tires. Or, I think it's like street or sport that they suggest, never stock them. Which surprises me. You'd think there'd be at least a few people advocating for stock, but guessing it's just that bad that they don't like it. Because while everyone thinks, oh hey, drifting, let's just make it fly.
I suspect that machine is capable of more. And so are you.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Friction is what everyone wants to see. Not actual friction, of course, because that's an invisible force. There's a way to see an invisible force.
Ah! And that's why traffic makes drifting a pain. Because did you guys see it? Possibly. Did I see
What
it?
you can
Hell
see,
no.
however, is clouds of smoke from tyres starting to burn at 121.11 degrees Celsius or 250 degrees Fahrenheit for those who prefer imperial measurements, of course.
Get this thing sliding. Woo! Obviously, when drifting, don't fly off the course.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Outstanding! Now let's really shred those tyres.
Also, if you can ever get full lock in a
400
drift
yards,
without spinning out at the end, that's the perfect drift. Which I feel is a little obvious, but
turn
eh,
left.
might as well say it. Since I'm this close.
What did you make of that?
Yeah.
If we get them used to long drives, we can have drift clubbers laying down rubber in every corner of the UK.
Only 2 stars, but yeah. Can you really expect me to do much better than that? It's not like I'm a pro. So if you want me to set times, expecting a 3-star out of me on time is pretty reasonable. Excuse me.
Ever tried drifting uphill? It's quite a skill. I'll admit I'm useless at it, but you're going to show Drift Club it can be done. And I've found just the spot for it. And just the car. Borrowed this from J-Min at the festival. Nice young fella, if a little excitable. Practically flung the keys at me when I said I'd be handing it over to you.
You know,
Here we go.
that's something
A
I'd
nice
expect
technical drive on
expect
mixed
out of the
road
Hoonigan
surfaces.
guys.
I do love the technical
Those
ones.
guys... I am not used to these Hoonigan cars, but those guys... I don't watch them much, but they are mental. They'll do some crazy stuff. And I love it. Though, I'll never put a Hoonigan sticker on the car. Feel like making my own brain. Wow. It's not brain. My own image is more important than repping other images. Wow, this is hard. There we go.
Balance is key. Steer and counter steer. Enough throttle to push the power slide, enough brake to hold your grip. You know, I really should be writing these bits of wisdom down somewhere. That's what I like to see. Now, I would like to see more, please.
Finally able to hold... Never mind. I was gonna say finally able to hold a grip, but... Or a drift chain, but obviously... Obviously that was a lie. This car is built so much differently. Dirt roads are so much smaller that trying to drift on them is hard. At least for me, because I'm used to a really wide track. Obviously, there are some people who will be like, that's hard.
On the
They're
uphill,
just
you're
gods
finding
at
traction
drifting.
loss, burning power, and still relying on momentum to carry you through. Though I'm sure you're taking all this into account already.
Nah. I drive by feel. Inside.
Well, you certainly can't do that with engineering alone.
Why Cat doesn't drift? That's why I don't drift.
Now, some people claim that you have to use rear-wheel drive cars to drift. That is simply not true. Some of the greatest proponents of functional oversteering, or drifting if you prefer, come from stage rally. And some of them predate Mr. Takahashi.
That is true. Rally very much pushed drifting to where it is. Because half of Rally is actually controlled drifting. Like, very, very controlled drifting, because I guess most drifting is controlled, but it's like keeping it as small of a drift as possible while still keeping as much speed as possible, because a lot of it's done off-road. But you take it on-road, as soon as you hit on-road, it's grip. But that off-road bit of rally, that's where we got
Some also claim that Japanese or American cars are the only options for functional oversteer. This is also not true. Here at Drift Club, we find drift machines in all sorts of odd places. Sweden, for instance. This is the Volvo 242 Turbo Evolution, featuring a few little adjustments of my own. I think you'll find it more than adequate.
yeah, rally. The off-road bits of rally is where all of drifting started. Obviously, as you mentioned, wow. It's been... Like, Mr. Takahashi, the guy I mentioned earlier, is the one that, he's the one that really laid out how drifting was done, and was basically the father of drifting. But it really did start in rally, just because that's how you had to take corners, unless you wanted to just waste time. That's one of the few spots that drifting is faster than grip. Just because when you already have no grip, use your lack of grip to your advantage. Wow, this Volvo handles wheels, that is amazing. Feels like I'm just driving an old car on ice, but it actually kind of works. Though having such a small area that actually that's a good wide area, but having such a small area for its scoring spot really does make making my drift count a little difficult. Yeah, let's just reverse that. That's why making drifts count in this is hard. Because only this small area right here counts.
Let's keep going, shall we?
There we go. That's why rally is one of the first spots for drifting. It's right there. Imagine trying to keep grip during that. It'd be near impossible. Because on mud, what are you gonna do to keep grip? You're gonna slow down a ton. Or when turning, since you don't need grip to continue turning in mud, just send it. You just send it. It works. My god, this Volvo is hard. So hard to use, but so fun.
Very nice. Very nice. I like the back.
Of course you like the back end work.
End work particularly.
Keep that slide going. And here we are. right up at the finish.
Hey, you see, this is just
Can't
my
3-star
point.
it yet,
People
but
think drifting is simply losing
I
control
suck at
of
drifting.
the vehicle, when in fact you are delicately balancing traction loss with grip. It's a carefully controlled loss of control, is what I'm saying.
Nah, all that was me just faking it. I was just sliding through that entire thing. There's no control, loss of control. There's just, I had barely any control. And that's about it. Well, I'm gonna leave that here for tonight. So, this has been Katsuke. This has been Katsuke. And wait, I started that like I had another co-commentator. So, yeah. I'm used to saying this has been because I always have two people in the stream, but obviously right now I don't because they already left. Guess I'll use this time after fucking that up. I'll later be streaming with Gears over on Mixer, so if you join the stream, well, if you join the Discord server right below the game, you can join the Team 596 Discord server where I'll be announcing streams, and I'll even announce Gears' stream there, where I'll be joining him for Jackbox. At 7:45 is when we're planning, but we have no idea if we're actually going to commit to that. So, this is Zato Katsuke, signing out.